Ever catch yourself wishing you had, superpowers? Like, wouldn't it be awesome to have superhuman strength or the ability to teleport?
I think we all have those moments, right?
Totally. But what if I told you there's a way to kind of tap into some hidden mental powers we all have?
Oh, I like where this is going.
So get this, there's this source. Think like a genius. 5 daily hacks to unlock your superpowers. It's basically saying we can unlock a genius mindset.
Pretty bold claim, huh?
It is. But what's fascinating to me is how the source reframes the whole idea of genius.
Yeah, how so?
It's not about some innate ability you're born with. It's all about like practice and mindset. Anyone can cultivate it.
Okay, so it's not just for Einstein and Mozart.
Exactly. And that's actually super empowering, don't you think?
For sure. And speaking of empowering, the source opens with this line, who needs superpowers when you've got a genius mindset?
No, I love that. It's like, ditch the capes and masks. We got brain power.
Right, it's like it's selling us on a whole new way of looking at life, almost like a superpower in itself. Absolutely. It's all about seeing challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. Always be curious, ask why, and never stop learning.
That makes sense. But doesn't that take like a ton of effort?
Well, yeah, but think about it. Research actually shows that lifelong learning helps keep our brains sharp and adaptable.
So it's not just about cramming more facts into our heads.
Not at all. It's about this thing called neuroplasticity.
Neuroplasticity.
Yeah, it's the brain's ability to actually change and adapt. So the more we challenge ourselves and learn new things, we actually rewire our brains.
Whoa, so we can like upgrade our brain software.
Exactly, and boost our cognitive abilities and creative potential along the way.
Okay, now that's starting to sound like a superpower.
Right.
But hold on, the source also mentions this whole razor sharp focus and endless creativity thing.
Mhm.
Is it really possible to train our brains to be that much sharper and more creative?
I mean, those are definitely some pretty ambitious goals, but the
Yeah.
principles behind them, those are solid.
Like what?
Well, for example, they talk about mindfulness meditation.
Like,
Tons of studies show that it improves focus and attention span, and they emphasize the importance of diversifying experiences.
you mean like trying new things?
Exactly. Expose yourself to new ideas, cultures, art. That's what fuels creativity.
So it's not all just theory. There's real science backing this up.
Mhm.
But okay, let's get to the nitty-gritty. What about these hacks the source keeps mentioning? You're not going to tell me meditation's a superpower, are you?
Well, not exactly. But take active recall, for instance. It's one of the hacks they highlight.
What's that?
Instead of just passively rereading your notes, you actively try to remember the information. Like, test yourself.
Oh, okay.
That forces your brain to work harder, which strengthens neural pathways, and boom, better retention.
So it's like hitting the gym, but for your brain.
Exactly. And another hack is about breaking down big, overwhelming tasks into smaller, more manageable steps.
Oh, I could definitely use some of that.
Right. It helps you stay focused and ultimately be more efficient. Not exactly a superpower in the traditional sense, but think about how much smoother things would go at work, or even just in everyday life.
Okay, yeah, I see your point. Now, what about the other benefits they list? Like improved decision-making, more energy.
Hmm.
That stuff almost sounds too good to be true.
Well, remember, the source is advocating for a holistic approach,
Holistic, huh?
meaning it's not just about your brain. They encourage better sleep, managing stress, even getting enough exercise.
Makes sense. Healthy body, healthy mind. Yeah.
Exactly. And when you're well rested, less stressed, you naturally make better decisions and have more energy.
So think like a genius isn't just about like being super smart. It's about a whole lifestyle change.
You got it. And while the hacks are a great starting point, the real magic happens with consistent effort and adapting these techniques to your own life.
That's a good point. So we've gone from like daydreaming about superpowers to actually exploring tangible ways to boost our mental abilities.
And that's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, it's definitely a fresh perspective.
It is. Now, here's something for you to think about. Which of these hacks really speaks to you? What's one small step you can take today to start building your own genius mindset?
That's a great question. I think I'm going to try that active recall thing. Maybe even squeeze in a little meditation.
Awesome. Remember, it's all about those small steps, those little changes that add up over time. And who knows, maybe you'll even discover some hidden superpowers along the way.
I'm ready to unlock my inner genius.
That's the spirit.
Thanks for diving into this with me.
Anytime. This was fun.
And to all our listeners, thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time, keep those brains buzzing.
And keep reaching for those superpowers.